Hello everybody, this is Griffin for Polygon, and today I'm going to show you around Rust. And joining me, assisting me in this endeavor is my brother and my colleague, Justin McElroy. Hi Justin.
Hi, Griffin. What an honor and pleasure it is to be here.
You know, I decided you would be appropriate for the inaugural overview video, as we're calling them, because...
Wow, overview video? That
Yeah,
is punchy.
well, it's a work in progress. It's WIP. It's in beta. It's in alpha, as is Rust, the game that we're playing today. It's on Steam Early Access, where it's been since, I think, November or so. So yeah, it's been around a while, but it's been updated pretty frequently. So,
Griffin, first blush,
Yeah.
reviewers felt it's dark.
it is very dark. Well, I've decided to start things off. I didn't decide. I guess the god of Rust, whoever governs the rotation of the planets, has decided to start us off at night. But if you can see, oh, what's that peeking over the mountain there?
Day is breaking.
It's so beautiful. It's probably my favorite part of the game because it's so peaceful.
Peace in the valley.
Nobody's killing you with guns that you haven't even seen yet. So
Wouldn't it be beautiful if for 5 minutes as the sun was rising in Rust, nobody could kill anybody?
just
They're
like a little
programmed in. It's like
little grace period. So yeah, in Rust, it's a survival sim, sort of akin to DayZ, although I think it's a little bit more accessible. There's also more of an emphasis on crafting and fort building, which is one of the cooler aspects of the game, and hopefully I'll have time to show you that. Hopefully I won't be murdered. Much like a cooking show, I started about a half hour ago so that I could at least get, get started and show you more than just like what it's like to have a rock, which is basically all that you start with is one of these
that's a
guys.
shame because that's the part of the game that I'm really good at. I've gotten really, really profoundly good at
Sure.
having a rock, hitting trees with it,
And then getting shot to death by somebody.
and then getting shot to death for my rock.
But yeah, basics of Rust, you want to collect resources. You start out hitting trees with rocks until you get wood. You turn that wood into maybe a hatchet. You use that hatchet to hit another rock. You get some metal out of it. You build a furnace. You smelt some metal. You make a gun out of the metal. And then you shoot a deer with it.
I mean, basically the end goal is to grief people, right? I mean, basically.
I mean, here's the thing. Yeah. Once you get all of the things that there are, once you craft like an incredible fortress in the game, yeah, I guess the only thing left to do is just go out and shoot and kill and hunt other human beings for sport, like some sort of horrifying version of the most dangerous game. But we're not going to
Set
be...
that deer on fire.
Well, you can't do that. I can do this because I crafted a bow and an arrow. I can...
Wait, no, Griffin, think about this. Oh, nice shot.
Oh, that wasn't...
Nice job there, Grizzly Adams.
I don't think
Go
Grizzly
get him,
Adams shot deers to death in that
Go
particular...
get him, Survivor, man. You're really living off the fat of the land.
So yeah, it's still in early access, but you can see in certain elements, like the fact that I'm harvesting this deer and getting raw chicken breasts out of it.
You interrupted him mid-snack of raw meat.
I
What a twisted land this is, that deer gobble up raw meat for fuel.
Yeah, but you need that meat and you cook it. It's impossible, I think, to get a healthy, balanced diet in Rust, because really all there is to work with is there's some canned beans you can get, there are chocolate bars you can find, and then there's chicken breasts. I don't think I've eaten a vegetable in all of my time.
Yeah, it's leaning a little paleo.
Here's a backpack sitting on the ground, which is sort of a grisly tombstone for somebody who died here. Ooh, they had a research kit. Those are handy.
Great.
So if you die in Rust, you spawn at either a random location, or if you've managed to save up enough cloth, one of the things you can craft, and I'll show you the crafting interface. It's pretty simple. You can make a sleeping bag, and that will determine your spawn point for you. I already have one of those down sort of in this area, which is a good place. I sort of scouted out. It's got lots of resources, not too many people. Your experience in Rust can vary pretty wildly depending on what server you're on. For instance, there are like main servers that are hosted by the game. You do not want to play on these servers because there's hundreds of people on them, and you just like can't take 5 steps without getting beaten to death somehow.
So it's weird, I would imagine, to find a good balance between that, which would be pretty annoying, and just desolation.
Right. That's
Which would
if
be
you can find a server with nobody on it, but like that gets a little bit boring. Like, the best part of this game is the human interactions. Aside from humans and wild animals, there are also zombos that are sort of scattered all around. I'll see if I can find one before the radiation in this area kills me. So you can see I'm building up rads in that little interface in the bottom right, where it also tracks my calories. I need to sort of keep eating food or else I'll die. You can see this zombie is pretty slow, so I might be able to snipe him.
Now, that's a bad news zombie, right? It's one of the harder zombies.
It's one of the more difficult zombies in the game, but he's really slow, so I can pretty much Katniss Everdeen in his ass. Yep. And then maybe he'll have some cool stuff, like metal and some bullets that I can't use, and probably will never use.
Throw bullets at people.
I could throw the bullet. That one looked kind of sharp, so if I've got an arm on me, maybe I can make something happen.
What if you could make bullet arrows?
I don't understand what you mean.
Can you imagine it? What if you could fashion arrows with bullets at the end?
Sort of best of both worlds at that point.
Yeah. Bullet arrow.
Maybe that's a formula you can learn. Maybe we'll get to that if I keep playing. I haven't seen anybody yet, which means I haven't been killed by anybody yet. Like, people are by far the most lethal force in this game, and there's a lot of lethal forces in this game.
Yeah.
Like, there's zombies and bears and wolves and stuff, but most of the time, if you see somebody, they'll murder you. There's a really nice, like, line. So, all right, the game isn't even close to being finished. I have some of the settings turned down so I can, play online and stream at the same time, so this isn't really a great representation of what it actually looks like. But, like, you can see there's a little bit of jank. You get chicken meat out of every animal. It's not a really great balance so far between, like, building up these huge elaborate bases and then having tools to defend them from attackers. Like, there's
my first time, to give you some perspective, my very first time playing, I spawned, like, almost literally inside of a wolf that consumed me, Red Riding Hood style, within seconds. Just 2 whole gulps, nom nom, I was gone. Then I respawned again, basically astride a bear, like, I met a similar fate there. So it's not super friendly, I would say, at this point to people who are starting out, but that's actually contrasted by the fact that it is satisfying to start with nothing if you know what you're doing. That can be kind of thrilling, actually. It's just there's not much hand-holding whatsoever.
It takes a while to get there because there's like a hierarchy of tools that you need, right? Like, you start off with a rock, and that's you have some bandages in case, like, you do spawn inside of a wolf. And then you use that rock to get wood so you can build a hatchet, and then you use that hatchet to kill a boar so you can get cloth to make a bow, and then you get some stones to make arrows for that bow, and then you can hunt deers to get even more cloth and meat. Like, there's a really, really nice progression to the game, and it really is one of the better things about it. So I'm going to show you guys really quick, just sort of bare bones, what the crafting or the fort building is like.
And you do actually make them out of bare bones. So
you can. Well, actually, that's not in the game yet. Don't lie.
Patch coming soon.
Patch coming soon for bare bones. So you can see I got some wood off these trees, right? I turned those wood into planks, and then you can turn those planks into any of these things. And this whole part of the crafting process is just for things that you can use to build your forts with. And there are very few restrictions about, like, how you can build your stuff. So, for instance, if I just put down this wood foundation, like, this is a part of the world now. There's some slight decay, like, I think, like, a week, your stuff disappears unless you upkeep it by putting more wood into it and just sort of keeping it stocked with resources. Otherwise, you just, like, put down stuff, and then I can connect more foundations to this, and then I can put up pillars and then put walls on those pillars, and then I can put ceilings on it or build staircases and build these multi-level structures. And you can make these pretty elaborate setups. Like, it's not too uncommon to stumble across players that have created these 30-story towers in the middle of the map that sort of serve as these, like, beacons or waypoints, so they can help you find your way around, or you can climb them and then use them to get an idea of what the map is like. So in terms of, like, having this level of ownership of the world, like, it really does give you a lot of tools. Of course, all of that is predicated on you not dying. all that is predicated on you like getting these materials and then getting them back to your base without getting murked in the process, which is like pretty difficult to do.
Griffin and I had one thrilling adventure when he was trying to relocate all of his stuff from one house to another, which we basically had to do in the dead of night, and we're risking everything because we have, between the two of us, everything we have in the world. Just two juicy targets roaming the
Too
countryside.
scrumptious. Well, I mean, don't get it twisted. Like, even if we had nothing, if someone found us, they would have killed us. Like, it's people murdering you in this game is not predicated on like you having valuables. Most of the crimes in this game are crimes of inexplicable passion, not ones of robbery. So you can see here's just to give you an example of the kinds of structures that you can build. Like these little shacks over here are pretty simplistic. Like this is just a foundation, and then this guy put up 4 walls, and then he put up a metal door. The metal door makes the house a lot harder to breach into. Like if it was just a wooden door, I could chop it down, but like you can tell that's not going anywhere. I hope there's not.
So Griff, I know that you talked about how to build a structure. Well, this is a little nicer. Kinda has a...
except they did leave their window exposed. So let's just hop in here. You got a little sleeping bag.
Now, while you're in here, can you talk about why you might want to do something like this?
Why I might want to break into their house and take their stones?
No, that's pretty obvious. That's like the story of humanity. It's just breaking into people's houses and taking their stones. I mean, why? What value there is for a house?
So you can see in here that green sleeping bag is that person's spawn point, right? And then they have these wooden storage containers. So you can it's basically an item bank. You can run around collecting like all these valuable metals. You might find a gun out in the wild that's like super rare. Maybe you want to research it so you can learn how to make it. Because if you die, the blueprints you've learned stay with you. So there's a little bit of growth there. But if this person dies, they're not starting from scratch, right? They have everything they've banked in these boxes, and they get to start off in the sleeping bag. Now, if I were to have some C4, which is one of the most difficult things to find and craft in the game, I could blow open his entire situation, rob him blind, and then he is starting from scratch. So, like, this is not a very good... I mean, if you want to go, like, House Hunter style, I would not buy this particular house... Because, like, I mean, look, here, I'm going to rob you, doink, like, I'm in there, and now I can rob you. This person over here, this is a good situation. This is a pretty tight scene that this person has made. As you can see, he's got some spike traps all around. Those are looking pretty deadly. He's got metal doors basically all over it. I'm imagining once
spike trap actually do anything?
Yeah, I mean, if I walk into it, owie. You can see it hurt. Oh, and now I'm bleeding. I imagine once you get in there, there's probably even more metal doors, and they probably have all their valuables spread out through the house. So, like, if I wanted to breach it, like, there's no reason to, because I would have to spend a lot of resources getting in there, and whatever I find in there probably won't recoup whatever it is I spent, if that makes sense. But this is
it's worth noting that this, like... This took me a while to sort of get a handle on, because the sort of ebb and flow of having things and not having things seems to be a part of the natural order of Rust. Of just build, destroy, rebuild. Like especially since like you could put a lot of work into one of these servers and the whole server could just disappear.
Yeah, that's happened to me a couple of times. In fact, like I wanted to show everyone my sweet setup that I had going on a server that I was playing with a few of the Polygon dudes, and that server is just gone now. We had a fort, sort of similar in size to that one. I had, almost every weapon found and researched. We were gods among men, and then that server just disappeared. It really is. There's a lot of things that are signs of early access sort of shining through. I think the biggest one is that the game is updating so frequently now that it's hard for the hosted servers to stay up to date. So whenever they do get updated, most of the time they're going to reset, and then that means you're starting from scratch. Our server didn't get reset. It just I guess whoever was hosting it just kind of got bored with it. It's also really hard to find a server that's not terrible. Like, I've only been on this one for maybe an hour or so.
You are doing something that is crucial to the Rust experience right now, and that is having your chat disabled.
Yes, this is actually our third attempt at doing this stream. Last time we did it, we were on a server that had nudity enabled. So you start off with the game. You can see this is my armor. I don't have anything equipped right now, meaning I'm naked. But the game very graciously allows you pants. It allows you virtual hollow pants, like that one episode of Doctor Who where they had to be naked, but they had hologram clothes. I'm wearing hollow pants right now. You can't see it because there's no third-person option, but if I were to see another human being, you would see their hollow pants. This server, by default, was like, no, you have to earn those pants. And there was a lot of, we'll call them, let's just call them genitals, because that's what they were. They were human genitals, and I had to see those, and also I didn't know how to turn chat off, so there was a lot of...
ribald language.
salty language. So this is my little hut. This is my little pizza hut. You can see I got a pretty good thing going in here. Got a little storage going. Got some nice stuff in there. I'm gonna drop off this research kit because that's actually pretty valuable.
Now, could you make a gun at this point?
Let me see. Yeah.
Or is that something you need research for?
No, I could probably make a gun. Wouldn't be a very good gun, but let's find out.
The research kit you use, if memory serves, when you get an item, you can use a research kit on it, and then
Right.
you'll learn that. That is the one sort of permanent.
Right.
Thing
You can also
about Rust.
you can find blueprints in the world, but the blueprints aren't for everything. If you find like a really rare gun, there's a bolt action rifle that drops like 0.0001% of the time. If you can find it and drop a research kit on it, you can make those forever, and it kind of makes you like king of the server, because they're so rare, and if people know that you can make them, it either makes you like a god or a target. There really is, the most fascinating thing about this game is the human interaction, which is a shame because on this stream we haven't seen a single person. I don't have enough cloth. Unfortunately.
I mean, you got a safe place here. You could take some basic gear, and then just go out human hunting.
Yeah. Let's give that a shot because I really do want that to be a part of this video. So yeah, I do have just enough materials to make a revolver.
I'm saying you go out with one pistol and some chicken.
I need to cook that chicken.
Cook the chicken. Go out with one pistol and some chicken, and try to make your way. Through the world.
This is a pro tip PSA from the Polygon Power hotline. If you eat raw chicken, I'll just go ahead and eat it, and I'll show you what happens. It hurts, and I'm poisoned. Sometimes there's like a barf. Oh, there it is. Yuck. Okay, so I'm gonna cook it. Oh, I have some cooked chicken already. All right, Justin. You wanted this.
Right.
You wanted this adventure. You're gonna get it.
Yeah.
That was actually a net loss of food materials. So I'm gonna refill a bit.
I'm not sure you want to take all that wood with you.
That's a good point. You always have my back. I'm still barfing forever. I
mean, the gun's good. The chicken's good.
I don't have any gunpowder right now, and I don't really want to wait for my furnace to make it, so I will only have the one bullet in my revolver.
Make it count.
I plan to. So you can see this is the revolver you can like make when you start out. It looked like it was made by like Mrs. Hensley's first grade class in elementary school. Oh, somebody died here too. Couldn't take that.
Perfect.
Take that.
So imagine on that other server, what we encountered at one point was just a roaming band of naked men with pistols.
Mm-hmm. It was, Justin, it was NSFW, my friend. It was
It
not.
was.
I'm surprised that like this Twitch account hasn't been banned because it was like we saw at least 2 dongs. We were 2 dongs deep, and it was
minimum.
It was not a great scene. Like, don't get me wrong, I have nothing wrong with the human form. It's beautiful in the right context.
And that chat was pretty rough too. There's a lot of big questions.
There's a lot of big important
questions about sexuality. A lot of big questions about Hitler, and maybe he had his merits. I don't know.
Okay, so Justin, you can't hear this because I'm just sharing my video with you, but I just heard a lot of gunshots. Like
wow,
a lot of gunshots.
That's good news.
You can hear those basically clean across the map. Let me see if I can.
Is your audio set up in a way, or does the game provide you a way of sort of getting a sense of direction?
It is 3D, yeah. The sound is 3D, so you will hear, a gunshot in your right ear and know to run left as fast as you possibly can. I'm just gonna stay on the road. The most important skill you can learn in Rust is navigation. The island is not randomized; it's the same every time, and it's not actually especially enormous. Like you can probably run around the road, which basically goes in a big circle around the island in I don't know, like a half hour or so.
That's still pretty big.
It is pretty big, but it's like not impossible to know your way around. So if I were to die, and I didn't have that sleeping bag, like I could probably find my way back. Oh, there's a Zombo. Don't want to mess with him.
Yeah, if it's a weak Zombo, you could just put an arrow in him, right?
I could. In fact, I'm gonna get that out because that bullet is precious.
And it's worth doing because zombies have
Some pretty good stuff. Like, oh, I hear somebody running at me. Oh, Jesus! What the hell? Oh, well, that arrow just went right through him. Well, okay, so that happened because the clipping is also not as great in this game as you would want it to be. Okay, so here I am.
So now you should be able to get back there, right? Like,
Right, except it would take a really long time, and I'm not really interested in doing that.
what about that gun, though?
That gun was pretty great, and I will miss it, but you know what? It's time to move on.
Rust is all about learning to let go of your attachment to material possessions.
It is
It's a Zen simulator, a simulator.
It is a Zenulator. That is the genre that it has been prescribed in Steam. You can find it there in the Zenulator section, right next to Farming Zenulator 2014. So, yeah, this is Rust. I mean, should I hop on to like a different server that's just like crazy populated, just so like people can
Yeah, why not?
get a taste?
That always makes for a laugh.
Let's do this. Let's see if I have to turn off chat as quickly as I possibly can, though, is the only thing.
Instantly ribbled.
It's really brutal, guys. I guess that's like the nature of any online game at this point, but alright, there's a lot of people on this one. Let's just hop right in. Let's see if I can quick draw this fast enough to avoid any hate speech.
I wasn't making up that Hitler anecdote, by the way. The last time I was playing this game, a discussion broke out about some of his strong points as a leader.
Jesus, great.
And that
Oh, here's
was
somebody. Hi there.
Hi there. What's up, bro?
Now he's got a gun and clothes, and he knows you were just born. So will he show mercy?
Oh, look at that. Hey, thank you. That's a cool helmet.
Wow.
Guys, this is literally the first
This
time.
has never
This has
happened.
never happened in the history of Rust.
Thank God you're recording this.
I'm recording your generosity for all to see. People will speak of the legend of whatever your name is.
It'll follow.
Thank you, man.
So yeah, wow, that was
Just like,
truly
now,
rare.
Griffin, how quick can you make an axe?
I mean, he did give me actually.
somebody that generous has got to have more, right?
I can make a hatchet right now.
Okay. God, he will not see this coming.
No, this will be. I can't do that, Justin. Like, I know it's fun for the stream, and I know people will get a nice laugh out of it, but
As your superior, I am ordering you.
God, you are
to
so
hunt down
fast
and
to
kill
play that card.
Ofada.
Here's what I could do. Here's one of the great things about Rust is by default, whenever you quit, you don't disappear, right? Your body just lays down and you go to sleep. If you can find somebody sleeping, you can harvest them much like you would harvest a tree, and
He won't wake up.
gorge on their nutrients.
Maybe you could follow around Ilfado and provide like bodyguard services
Yeah.
for him.
So just like point of comparison, that point I was talking about picking the right server, you can already tell like compared to the other server, look at all these shacks. Like this is a Hooverville at this point. Like this is so populated that it would be the worst place ever to try and start out because you could spend an hour collecting wood and stones and metal and then, you know.
And I don't
drop.
think that the recurrence of those natural resources, you get a decent amount, like animals or piles of wood or rocks. I don't think that scales dependent on server population,
All I
right?
got is a pickaxe on me.
Hi, how's it going?
Going good. I'm kind of sick a little bit.
Oh, you're sick. That's not good. Can I have your shirt? Can I have your shirt off your back, please?
How about we duel naked with just rocks for it?
How about just give... Can I just have the shirt?
Take the shirt.
Yeah, sure.
You've earned this shirt, Griffin. It's what El Falo would have
Kill me
wanted.
now, are you?
Nope, just want the shirt, and then I'll be out of your hair.
Just get the shirt.
Thanks, have a good day.
He's coming back for that shirt.
That's so great. I can't believe that worked. I've never bullied anybody in a video game before, but it worked out really well.
Now I understand the appeal of cyberbullying.
Yeah, it's kind of changing my whole scene right now. So now I just have to find somebody with some pants and bully him out of them. Now that I'm wearing this shirt, I'm a much more imposing figure. Because, like, first you get the shirt, then you get the power.
Everyone just assumes you're a big deal.
Uh-huh. What's inside that shirt? I don't know. Could be a shotgun.
By the way, folks at home, be sure to refer to this video when you start your Rust game, because no Rust game ever starts this way.
I mean, I don't know. When you play on, like, the main servers, when there's, like, 100 people playing the game, it's just bonkers, man. It's just, there's so much stuff happening. It's not the Zenulator that you were just experiencing. It is, like, Super Smash Brothers at that point. Oh, so there's a big town. There are these natural structures in Rust in addition to the man-made stuff. So, like, usually...
Well, not natural, right? Like...
Well, I mean, people made them. Yeah, they're not, like, made out of rocks and stuff. But they are irradiated, so you can't spend much time there. But there's zombies in there, and they would drop cool stuff, probably. I do have almost a full set of radiation-proof gear, though, which is nice. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it. I don't really have anything to defend myself with if there are zombies, which there will be. But maybe I can find a cool gun.
No, a hatchet's decent for that, right?
No, I mean, a zombie can drop you in a few hits. As long as you shut doors behind you, like I'm doing, and you play it safe. See, here's a chest. Here's a treasure chest. Got some more pills.
You're in good shape right now.
Okay right now. This is actually not a bad start for me. I stole a man's shirt. I haven't been bludgeoned to death. Well, there's some zombies. That's not ideal. But zombies can't open doors.
The zombies are very alert, though.
That is true. So here's some shotgun shells. I got a flare now. See, this is a pretty sweet little supermarket sweep I've got going. If I can get out of this place without being dead.
How do rads?
Oh snap!
What is that?
That is a submachine gun. That is not especially common. Oh, and I found a blueprint too, so I can study that. And now I know how to make a laser sight. So like, this is the craziest run ever. Oh, and somebody's sleeping up here, where it's very irradiated. That's probably not the best
That's so sad.
I know. Alright, so now I'm going to shoot my way out of here. We'll see how it goes.
This is great.
Oh,
wait,
someone's here.
Oh. Griffin, quick, you gotta use the research kit on the submachine gun.
Hail! Have thee any pants?
Role playing.
Hey, I need some pants. You got any?
Oh.
Be careful.
I hope he appreciates this. I really think you're gonna regret not using the research kit on the submachine gun.
I have to be around a workbench to use it, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so... I mean, if I can carry one of those around with me. That guy got off because I did just run out of bullets, so... He might actually...
He doesn't know that.
It's just so irradiated in there, and there's so many zombies, and I have so much cool stuff, I kind of want to bank it. Here's the problem.
No way.
I am awfully far from home right now.
You have no home.
Oh, that's right, there's a new server. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
Justin, I'm going to live like I'm dying.
Build a new life here.
I actually am, because I have so much radiation in my body.
Now, you have radiation gum.
Mm-hmm, I do.
Take that.
It's
Now, how does health work? Is it just going to regenerate over time, or what's up there?
It does in certain circumstances. If you're sitting by a campfire, then you can have comfort. Oh. Hi there. Hey, hey. Do you have any pants?
He clearly has.
Let me ask you again. You got any pants?
He doesn't know you're
If
bluffing.
you find any pants, I need them. All right.
Come on, Griffin. 1 kill for the stream. You never know what he'll have. Now, we talked about humans being more dangerous than animals, and that's because your run speed, you can get away from animals and humans, but animals will lose interest, and humans will never lose interest.
Right. I want what this guy has now, Justin, because I've invested 3 whacks into him. You know what I mean? Like,
Right, you want to harvest the rest of his resources. You just see a running tree at this point.
That's all these people are. This is a boar that's walking on its 2 hind legs.
Get down on your all fours, boar.
Hey, hold on. Wait. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
This could take hours, Justin. I hope you're in it for the long haul.
Darkness is coming.
If only I hadn't spent every bullet I had. I just need to just get a nice beat on him, you know?
Just ask him to stop for a second.
Parlay, wait! I'll give you some rad pills if you stop right now. I'll sweeten the pot. I'll give you the submachine gun off my back. You can just have it.
So tempting.
I guess you don't want the coolest gun ever. Alright, I think I'm gonna let this guy get away.
Alright. That's fine.
Because we've been playing now for quite some time.
You need a house, anyway.
I do need a house. I think this is like an appropriate way to end the stream, though, is with me chasing a man I intend to murder for no reason. I think I started this game in a really healthy place with a really healthy mindset. And it has, like, the Lord of the Flies effect happened in probably 15 minutes, so...
And was set off by someone showing you kindness.
That is true. Hey, just real quick, stop. I want to give you this gun. I'm logging out. You can have all my stuff.
Greed was his undoing. Oh, he
So
had chicken.
he did have chicken. Let me just eat that real quick. So that was Rust. I mean, you can tell, like, this is a fascinating game. It's far from being finished, but, like, I've had more fun with it than most finished games I've played this year. So I think it's definitely worth checking out. I'm going to turn myself into just a delicious little morsel here on the road when I log out. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this was informative. Justin, thank you for joining me on this adventure.
My great pleasure.
And we'll be back soon with more of these videos. So stay tuned. Bye.